Hey, Juju. Wondering how close were you to signing with the Chiefs this offseason, and how do you weigh playing with Ben for one more season versus going over to the Chiefs where you could be with Patrick Mahomes for potentially a really long time?
For me, I think it was more so the loyalty. Staying with my quarterback that I've been playing with for the past 4 years, and the fact that he's coming back for one more year, and the fact that I can have that potential for a 1 year deal. Just organization set everything up for me. They pretty much know my body inside and out, on the field and off the field, how I am, and being able to have to move everything and learn a whole new playbook. And don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback, and he will be for the next decade. But like I said, I think it's just a loyalty to my coaches, to my receiver coach, and to my quarterback.
Christopher Carter.
JuJu, you guys, I saw videos of you talking to Chase and James and Deontay and the other receivers over the offseason. How much have you guys talked about coming back together and being able to do, have a complete year compared to last year, and your excitement of having Najee Harris and being able to show everyone hey, you can be even better than you were last year?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we always say, we got the band back together. As you see, we got, James, Deontay, Chase, me, Ray, everyone who's all, put their hand in the pile. And then to add on top of that, you have Ben coming back, and then you have Najee, great running back. And, even adding another tight end, with Eric Ebron and all those guys, him leading that group. So we have some weapons, at the end of the day, we're still going to have to go out there and ball out and become better than we were last year. And, like I said, the chemistry is already there. We're just making it even better and having a stronger chemistry this year.
JuJu, just for you in particular, you mentioned wanting to ball out this season, wanting to do a lot of things. What is the biggest goal that you're focused on this year for yourself in particular?
Playing more outside. Simple as that.
Jeff Hathorn.
JuJu, obviously there was an install last year of a lot of Matt Canada's concepts. How different is this offense, and how do you think it fits what you want to do, especially being more outside?
I mean, honestly, I haven't even had a conversation with Matt about, me playing outside, but in practice or through OTAs, there's been plays where he's put me outside, where he's put me in the best situation of, getting the ball outside and stuff like that. And that's not just me. That's all of us. That's Chase, that's Deontay, that's just James, that's Ray. Everyone's getting a little bit of touch and moving around and knowing this offense. I think this offense is going to help us out a lot. Being able to open up holes for Najee, being able to open up, plays and balls down the field and fast plays. So I really believe in this offense.
Hey, JuJu, not to give you two justifications to not answer my question directly, but I know it's June and I know you're not the coordinator, but if you're not playing the slot, who was the best fit then for the slot amongst your receivers? And is it a matter of, you became, Ben talked a lot about, and you can do this from the outside too, but being the slot, being that third down guy, being the guy that makes the catch to move the chains all the time. Is that role, is it more like the desire to be more of a big play threat than being that role in terms of, being that kind of security blanket for Ben?
I'm for sure be security blanket wherever I'm at on the field, at the end of the day. But I do, playing inside, I pretty much got it pretty much packed. But I think the second person to play behind me is Ray McClown. He's a guy that you guys really haven't seen him really, as a slot receiver be explosive. And in practice, he makes plays. As far as obviously he's really good on special teams, but you'll probably see more of him playing slot this year, obviously, and more inside. And he's a guy who will fit the position, second best. And everyone else is just kind of just learning it as they go. But as far as third down plays and all that, I still don't mind playing inside and outside. We have in our formation, how we have it set up is that, we move around, whether I'm F, X, we're always moving around different positions. So you can't really tell if I'm the number 3 receiver as a slot, but then again, I'm playing outside. So it all varies.
Devin, what was the importance for you guys defensively that Vince decided to come back?
The experience, having an experienced guy in the room, in the linebacking group, just somebody that has a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience from the game, and being able to to develop younger guys and develop guys like myself to play bigger roles in the future.
Ray Fittipaldo.
Devin, was it hard for you to watch last season? Especially, Minka mentioned yesterday that after Robert went down too, teams really started to hone in on, that middle of the field. How hard was it for you to,
It was hard not being able to play football again, just being out there with teammates. It's always going to be hard just to sit back and watch as a competitor. But it's something that I went through and I dealt with, and, it's in the past now.
Brian Backo.
Devin, I know you've been here pretty much all off season, and obviously you're here now for OTAs. Why was it important for you to stick around Pittsburgh rather than go work out off site somewhere or rehab down in Florida? Why have you wanted to be here kind of the whole time?
I thought it was a good idea to be with the guys, be with the organization. Of course, they made a big investment on me, and for them to track my progress and be able to be with me every step of the way. They kind of know where I'm at and know where I should be, and they keep a sharp eye on me and make sure that I can deal with this injury, from here on out.
Joe Rutter.
Yeah, Devin. Last year until you got hurt, you were out there mostly with Vince. This year, Robert could be out there a little more. What's the adjustment going to be like with him, and what do you see about his game that you like?
I think it's gonna be a fun thing to do. Just be able to get out there with Rob. I watched him a lot last year, and I like his game a lot. Always has been. I've been a fan of him. Ever since I've seen him play the position. And I expect Rob to take off where he left off last year, and for us to feed off each other.
Christopher Carter.
Devin, you guys have a lot of chemistry, between you and the safeties and the ability to cover the middle of the field. How much have you guys talked about trying to find ways to mix that in with the way that you guys defend the run? Because you're coming up against a division with a lot of talent on the ground, and you saw the kind of balance like the Browns and other teams bring. What kind of discussions have you guys had about just keeping that chemistry going between cover and the middle of the field?
Yeah, that's always something you want to in football. You never want to leave the middle of the field open. It's the easiest throw, easiest run play. You call anything when the middle open. But it's just being stout. Being able to play on the same page and play fast.
Let's go to Dale Lally. Dale.
Devin, prior to your injury last year, you were playing 100% of the snaps. Now you've got a 17th game added on. You're coming back from an injury. How did you prepare for that last year? And is it more difficult to do that this year to be out there 100% of the time, or is that extra game done not matter to you?
It don't really matter to me. Of course, it's an extra game. It's another week of preparation. Another a lot of stress in your body when you play those games. But I'm ready for it. It's definitely something I'm going to have to adjust to, especially coming off the injury. But I'm looking forward to playing, 100% of the snaps.
Chris Adamski.
Hey, Devin, I don't know. It might just be from the outside since you guys were both the same position. You both had the same first name. So you were always kind of linked to Devin White. I don't know. Did you get close to him during that draft process at all? And did you follow, his success, having a good season and winning the Super Bowl and everything? Does that push you, or do you keep in touch with him or anything?
Yeah, me and D.Y. had been together for a while. We came out of high school the same recruiting class, came out of college the same recruiting class, same draft class. So we got a good relationship. Haven't caught up to him this season, this offseason because of everything I was going through. But I definitely watched him during the year while I was out, and I thought he had a phenomenal year last year. Of course, winning the Super Bowl, but I think he's on his way to being one of those guys that, just going to be a terror as long as he wants to play.
All right, got some time for a few follow-ups. Mike Prizzuto.
Devin, when you're as healthy as you want to be and playing as well as you want to play, can you cover Jarvis Landry in the slot?
Yes. 100%.
Joe Rutter.
Yeah, Devin, we've seen you out here some with your teammates. What are you able to do? What are they allowing you to do during OTAs, and what are they holding you back from?
I'm doing a lot of indie, a lot of just getting out there, getting on the grass and doing reactive things. They hold me out of competition, just because it's not needed right now. But I'm out there just going through my progressions, going through my motions, going through my movements and my calls, and just getting back to football again.